All right, hey everybody. All right, so last lesson we talked about basically the order of chords in C major, right? We talked about it being major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, right? How we had our 1, major, 2, minor, 3, minor, 4, major, 5, major, 6, minor, 7, diminished, and then 1 back to major, right? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do that same thing, but we're gonna do it in a key signature that's trickier, right? C was nice because it was all white keys, and we didn't really have to think too much about what notes were in the key. Now we're gonna do it in the key of E. So we gotta remember what the key of E was. We'll figure out what the key signature is using our order of whole steps and half steps, right? Which is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, right? So here's E. We're gonna do a whole step, which is F sharp, whole step above F sharp, which is G sharp, half step above G sharp, which is A, whole step above A, which is B, whole step above B, which is C sharp, whole step above C sharp, which is D sharp, and then just a half step to E. We got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 1. All right, and the big thing to remember here is what sharps do we have that we have to like mark down so that we play those sharps instead of the white keys that they relate to, which is F, G, right? And we also have C and D. So we have F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and D sharp, okay? So when we come to any note that's gonna be a C or a D, well, it's not C, right? It's gonna be C sharp then. If we get to a note that's gonna be a D, it's gonna be a D sharp, okay? So we kind of have to look at like the keyboard, basically like blanking out these notes. We're not gonna play these notes, we're gonna be playing these notes instead, okay? So let's get started. We have our 1, which is E, and that's gonna be a major, right? So we have E, and then 3 notes, right? F sharp, G sharp, and then we have our 5. And right, that's okay. That's not one of the black keys that we called out, right? So it's E major. All right, now we're gonna go to our 2, which is not F, but F sharp, and that's gonna be an F sharp minor, right? So it's gonna be right here, 2 notes in between, and here we would normally do C, right? But we talked about that, right? It can't be C, it has to be C sharp. Okay, so there's our next chord. That's our 2. It's a cool chord, right? All right, that's our 2. That's F sharp minor. Now we're gonna go to our 3, which, like we said, is this right here, G sharp, and that's gonna be a minor as well. So 2 notes in between, right? And then it would be, we're gonna say D, but we can't do that, so it's be D sharp instead. So right there, that's gonna be a G sharp minor, right? Okay. Now we're gonna go to our 4, which is gonna be major, right? Which is gonna be our half step right to A, right? And 3 notes in between now, right? And that note's safe, right? That's not one of the black keys that we called out. So we have A major, that's our 4. Now we're gonna go to 5. So 3 notes in between, 1, 2, 3, right? But here's the thing, I wanna play right here, but I can't. I wanna play the F, it has to be an F sharp, right? So we're gonna go, and actually, I wanna play right here. I wanna play, I had 3 notes, my bad. 1, 2, 3, right here. So that's our B major. All right, now we're gonna go to our 6, which is C, but we don't have C, right? C sharp, and that's gonna be a minor, right? So 1, here's our C sharp, and then we're gonna do 2 notes in between, so right there. And then it would be G, but not G, it can't be, right? Because that has to be a sharp instead. So it'll be, that's our C sharp minor. These chords are cool, right? These are things you're gonna be wanting to mess around with and add to your toolkit. All right, then we're gonna go to our 7, all right? And yeah, actually don't even worry about the 7 yet because we haven't learned diminished. So I'll bring that back to you. I don't wanna overcomplicate things right now. All right, so we're gonna come back to let's run over that again. So here's our 1, that's E, right? So we're gonna go to E major, right? 3 notes in between. That note's safe. It's not one of the 4 black keys we have. E major is fine. Now we're gonna go to 2, which is gonna be a minor, right? So we go to our 2, which is F sharp. 2 keys over. Remember, we can't play C, it has to be C sharp instead. All right, that's our 2. Now we're gonna go to our 3, which starts on G sharp, right? Because we do a whole step up. So G sharp, 2 notes in between, there's our minor. And then, right, it can't be D, it has to be D sharp. Okay, so that's our G sharp minor. Now we're gonna go to our 4, which is a major. So here's A, right? And then 3 notes, 1, 2, 3 in between, right? And that's safe, right? There's our C sharp, that's fine. Go to our 4, or 5, which is gonna be B major. So here's our B, 3 notes in between, 1, 2, 3. So we're going here. Now it can't be F, it has to be F sharp. All right, that's our 5. Then we're gonna go to our 6, which is gonna be, it's not C, it has to be C sharp, right? And 2 notes in between, C sharp, and then can't be G, it has to be G sharp right there. That's our 6, and like I said, we're not gonna worry about 7. So same thing, if we wanna do orders of chords, right? 3, 2, let's go 3, 2, 1, right? It would be, here's our 1, our 2, our 3. So we go 3, right? 3, 2, 1, 2, right? We go 3, 2, 1, 2, right? It's the same thing, right? 3, let's say you wanna go 3, 2, and then we wanna go, if you wanna go like 5, right? 3, 2, and then you can start combining different things. All right, so that's a whole bunch, but one last thing I wanna, that's enough for this lesson. All right, so try working on the 1 to 6. Don't even worry about the 7 yet, with because we haven't gotten to diminished. The 1 to 6 within the key of E. All right, thanks everybody.